Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about some stuff, and I figure why not do a video? It's kind of stuff we all deal with over time. But, you know, as we get older, we kind of start getting bored, and that's when people start being miserable. You start looking back on things, you're like, wow, that was so cool, and you don't really know why it was so cool, but you just think back and you're like, man, that was so much better than where I am now. And you forget, some of the main things in life. You, I remember when I was like, it was like 6, 7 years ago, everybody was out doing cool things and it was exciting. And now nobody interests me. Everybody's pretty boring. It's kind of gotten to the point where I don't really talk to people because I don't really feel excited. I can't stay attentive when they're talking to me. They're boring. So, I was thinking to myself today, I was like, what makes that? Well, about 7 years ago, I was graduating from high school. I was, you know, the world was at my like fingertips. I was doing fun stuff all the time. And it just so happened that everybody had like a goal, plans. They were doing fun things, stuff that when they would tell me stories, I was like, yo, that's sick. Now everybody, their stories go, oh, yeah, so I went to work today. That's not an interesting story, and I don't want to have to sit through this. Like, you don't want to hear about my day at work. Why would I, expect the same from you? Like, think about it logically. If you're going to tell a story, at least make it so the other person can interact, can speak to you, can do more than just be talked at. So, you know, it's kind of, it's just funny to me how people, they're like, oh man, I don't like want friends, I don't need friends, etc. It's not that they don't need friends or want friends, it's that the people around them don't interest them. There's no conversation happening. It's more of a sitting through everybody's crap kind of thing. So I made this video to just talk a little bit, do some basic mixing. It's nothing too crazy. I've mixed this like a couple hundred times, but I thought it'd be fun to have some background stuff going on, do a little bit of production related stuff while working on talking about stuff. So the track is from Invisible Familiars. It's called Disturbing Wildlife. It's a great song. It's on YouTube professionally. It's dope. Check it out. There's even a recording video of them working. Well, everybody kind of goes through this thing where they're a kid and everything's exciting, everything's new. And as you get older, you get used to these experiences. You think to yourself, oh man, I've done that. Or, oh, I know, I've seen a movie similar to this, so you have a point of reference. It's not as exciting after you have that point of reference. So you got to find new things, you got to go out, you got to do new things. But it seems that at a certain age, the only thing that people pretty much promote to you is sex and alcohol. And you can only go so far with those two things. It's a limiting factor. Nobody's going out to explore new museums. They're not going out trying new things. Like the most exciting thing that people are like, oh, I tried a new restaurant I wanted to go to. That is really sad how little and lame that is. It's cool that you did something new, but excuse me, there's no impulse, there's no excitement. It's just kind of dull. So, I just thought I'd post a little reality check video on it, just telling people, if you are a music producer or just somebody that wants to be an entertainer, make your life interesting. Nobody wants to hear, I went to the grocery store and things were more expensive than I want. It's not exciting. It's not interesting. I don't want to sit through it. You don't want to tell it. Nobody wants to sit through it. So make sure you're at least doing something. Yo. So I'm just doing some general mix cleanup. the cool thing about the room mic is the original vocals, which were done in the same session, are in the background, so you can hear it in certain sections. So, you know, go try something new. Go out, try a new restaurant. I'm not saying like go out on a heroin binge or something like that kind of new. I'm just saying, like, if you want to be somebody that's entertaining, practice being entertaining. Go do something new, find new topics, go research a random thing, read a book or two. Books aren't the end of the world. Go educate yourself. Just keep interested in life. Otherwise, your music's going to be just as bored as you are. And that's not, it's just not interesting. If you're not interested, nobody else is. So people always ask, how do you get rid of writer's block? Do something that's worth, like, exciting you. Do something that strikes up conversation, strikes up interest. Get yourself curious again. Be a kid again. Like, just think of things in a new way. Don't just accept it and move on. Don't think, oh, I'm just gonna pay bills and then die. That's, you know, everybody's going to pay bills and die, but what you do in between the, you know, the misery at work and death, you gotta do something worth your while. Otherwise, it's, what are you really doing? But yeah, this video is probably going on a little bit too long, so I'm just gonna end it here. I didn't really do all much. I put a couple gates on things. Yeah, some EQs. Well, anyways, just remember, keep it interesting. If you're not interested in having fun, neither are we. Listening, watching, doing whatever you are. So, go live life. Peace.